come into plank position for a moment. And let's just set this up for a moment. So both hands imitating, drawing the weight towards the index finger knuckle, drawing it towards the thumb. Let's step our feet together at the same time. Let's pull the outer edges of the feet forward. Okay, so looking at your right hand, as you bring weight to the index finger knuckle, anchor the shoulder blade to the back of your body. Now shift your weight over onto the other edge of your right foot. You're turning away from the right hand, but the right hand has maintained the same function as it was in plank pose. It's your chest has moved away from your arm. Now find the upper arm. Find the upper arm shoulder blade, just as we did before. Move it towards the back. And now try and put space between your shoulder blades. So as the right shoulder blade presses down to support your hand, and the left shoulder blade, let it open the space between the back of your body. At the same time, draw the shoulders down, away from the ears, hands, exhaling down. Let's come back into plank pose for a moment. Establish both arms in this position. Try and have your joints lined up. So again, hyperextension is a factor here. If this is a factor for you, just watch how far you bring the inner elbow forward. Just try and soften it back slightly. And then again, as you turn and rotate onto the other edge of the opposite foot, just keep the hand exactly as it is. So your body is rotating away from your arm, but the arm is staying where it is. So now let's connect the core of our body by drawing the front elbow bones up, the front ribs in. Let's also resist the pose. A lot of us might not find this from the top down. So let the top ribs engage to make the bottom ribs move a little harder. And then again, press space between the shoulder blades. Good, and let's look down towards the floor. And come back onto our knees. So this pose, Oct27, these are all of these poses are exactly the same. So if I don't get this contact here of my shoulder blade towards the back of my body, once again, quite often in Parivrtta Trikonasana, I'm seeing this. So I want to maintain Oct27 in the lower arm. I want to feel that inner shoulder blade of my left arm move into my spine. And by moving in, it allows me access to lifting the sternum. And then I get that energetic opening once again. Okay? But the arm is exactly the same as the one that we just did. One other little piece that I'll add into Oct27, I find this quite common, it's like and this goes back to the twisting class, is that we're balancing energy in our spine. So as the sacrum moves in, we send the energy forward. We want to catch this energy at the core, and we want to start to lift it up. But when we're doing these kinds of side poses, like this, for example, Oct27, the part I don't necessarily see, maybe I'm getting front to back, but I'm also doing this. So I want to actually contain these ribs and resist down as well as this. So resisting top to bottom, and as well as front to back. Can we just try one more time on the other side? This time we're going to actually use our upper arm to take it onto our side ribs. We'll start from plank position, start with the feet together. So as you look down towards the hands, also this is something I find sometimes the instructions in this pose about moving the hand to center. Why? Just bring the feet together. And then as you shift your whole body, rotate away from your right arm. Keep the right arm as it is. So now resist from front to back. So draw the front hips up. So actually for some of you, rather than try and press your hips high, just try and center them in the line of your body. So take the upper arm now to the top of your rib cage. And so we want to find the front ribs pulling in. We want to resist the top ribs down and get the bottom ribs to open up more. So a lot of us are actually overdoing this pose. Do you feel that? So there's an engagement on the line of the top ribs. Resisting down as the bottom ribs resist up. And then try and feel the core of your body activating at the same time. And then you'll find all the spots of your body where the energy is leaking. Good. Let's turn to look down. And switch sides. So if we're really specific about this movement, then the body is rotating away from the arms. So if we just find a straight line in our body, so the front ribs resist in, the top ribs resist down, and then we'll feel more balanced where our whole body is down. Draw the shoulders into the back. Now, as you take the arm up, look for that shoulder blade to engage the back, and then widen the space between the shoulder blades. Very nice. Turn to look down, press the hands, and just come back down on the knees, the arms to the sides. And we'll just slowly sit up. So is everybody able to feel that? So quite often energetically, energy is sort of escaping. And as we're able to balance and contain the energy, so all the work that we just did in that pose to stabilize the core, from the top to resist down as the bottom presses up, should all contribute to a stronger action of the shoulder blade down the back. Does anybody feel that? It should actually make the arms stronger rather than the opposite. And by finding balance in our pose and calling balance into the pose, all of a sudden we can't really identify one area of the body that's not involved anymore. This is another sort of part of the quest, is to look for balance within the pose. And that means that some things can soften and other things need to increase in work. And then all of a sudden that pose, which is so challenging when all the parts are isolated, are now kind of unified into one action. And it's just like doing this.
Is this supposed sort of like Trikonasana?
Yeah.
That kind of like bend is the thing that I see
Same
a lot.
pose. Especially when you take it to the full pose. Yeah. What pose am I doing right now? And again, if we're looking for sensation, yoga wants us to find balance. So that's the question I ask myself in every single pose. Have I found balance? I actually ask myself, even in the most intense poses, can I be calm and still in my mind? Or am I fighting everything that's going on? So the center focus in the practice is the real yoga. And everything else is just the challenge to be able to find that. Right? It's to find that very centering, very calm experience. Doesn't matter how challenging the pose. That's actually why we challenge ourselves. We challenge more challenging poses. And in some cases, experientially, the more challenging experiences, we're just challenging our ability to stay within our center, to find that center of calm, because this is what all the practice on all the levels tells us anyway. If every time we're sort of challenged in our center, we give over all the time, we're not benefiting from the practice of our yoga. And as we know in our life, our challenges are many, and that's what yoga is trying to teach us. We'll be okay if we can stay centered and calm as other experiences are challenging us.